Am I live? Am I live? Am I live? Am I live? What's up? Good morning. Moderation helps everyone feel safe. Happy Monday. Good morning out there. I'm back. Why do I constantly tell everyone I'm back? Why do I do that? That's like a natural thing that I do. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. He's back. That's all right. Disregard. Happy Monday. Good morning. Yeah, man. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome. Welcome to a fine Monday edition. BS with Hannas. It's me. It's me. I'm Nikki Hannas, perpetually existing in a state of being back. It's like that thing on Instagram. It's a cycle. It exists in a continuity. We're so back, and then it's so over. That's all right. It is a Monday. Nikki Hannas. That's me. That's what I call myself on the internet. BS with Hannas. It's me. It's my little morning YouTube talk show thing. I kind of just come out here. Where's my closet open like that? Let's shift that view back. There you go. Yeah, I'll come out here just talk about talk about what I'm thinking, what's going on. It's a Monday, and everybody hates the Mondays. I missed this Wednesday and Friday because I had roofers here. There were roofers on my house. The same roofers that I saw all last year. They banged out like this whole street. But no, it's time for my house to get it done. I didn't want to come out here and talk with just this bang, 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 and people. You know what I mean? So I missed that. But now I'm back on a Monday, and I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the lack of uh, I've been away from this for a little while now. That's all right because I'm still doing stuff. And that's the whole point of this podcast. When I stop and think about it, you know, when I step away from it for a couple days or a couple weeks, it's like, what is the point of coming out here and doing it? Well, I need to, man. I'm trying to do stuff with my life. I'm trying to do things that have an impact and that matter. And as far as I can see, any kind of rep, any kind of thing I can do to just keep me going, keep me producing and doing something, it's very helpful. Now, that's helpful for me in terms of what's helpful for you? What's helpful for the person that stumbles upon this or listens to it? Because every time I log into my Podbean account, I'm like surprised. People are out here listening to your boy be honest a little bit. So I appreciate it, man. So what am I gonna tell all these cats as I try not to just throw curse words around? It's like it's all about getting better. It's all about doing the right things. It's all about doing the right things insofar as we know what we have to do and just doing them. I love these mornings when I get to do the cast because when I knock that out the park and hit it right, I'll be up real early, take my walk, and I'm already outside. I already got my steps done for the day. I already get my body just completely aligned with my mind just by walking around, man. Nothing high intensity, nothing that requires a tremendous amount of force. You just gotta like in that split second, just commit to doing something, get up and do it. When I'm up early and I get that walk around, dude, I come back to the crib and I'm outside in the heat and I come into the air conditioning, it just feels good. I could sit down and read some books, absorb some wisdom, come out here and attempt attempt to rapid fire share some of that wisdom. That's a great morning. Then I get to leave here and go on a Monday. I'll go hit chest. I get to go do some bench presses, man. On a good day when my attitude's right, when my aperture's right, when my demeanor is good, when I'm locked in and focused, that's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful morning. And then I got to go work. And then I got to go to work. And as long as I'm in a position of life where I got to be among those who have jobs, who get paid hourly, who go to a place and do a thing for an allocated amount of hours, as long as I'm in this phase of my life, which I would love to accelerate and get out of, but neither here nor there. But if this is where I'm at in life, dude, then that's a great thing. That's a great thing. Even when it don't feel like it. A lot of times, especially when it don't feel like it. But I know in this past week, there's been a lot of just random cool little things that have happened. A lot of just interactions. A lot of not cool interactions too, for sure. I mean, there's always it's the polarity of life, man. It's the yin and the yang. I was at the gym yesterday and I had a really cool interaction with this older guy that I'd seen come in and out pretty often. Seems like he's a dude who's got like money too. And I'm in it. My brain, I would like to get some money. I'm not obsessed with money, but I'm kind of straddling the line of being obsessed with it. No, anyway, whatever. Not when I'm in the gym though. When I get to the gym, it's all just speed metal and reps and weight and like let's get this thing pretty good. I'll get distracted on my phone sometimes, messing around with stuff, but I got to rein that instinct in and just be like, let's just attack this. So I'm in the gym yesterday. This dude comes in that I hadn't seen in a little while, but like he's one of those cats. If you spend a lot of time in the gym, you understand this. And like some people make jokes about it and like whatever. But if you understand it, when you just see a dude that you see often and you just go, it's just like the nod. What's up, my man? Hey, how you doing today? Oh, no, chilling, big dog. How about you? That's a real thing in my in my experience. It's a real thing. The guy comes in and he's all happy. He's like, comes up. He's like, "What's up, man? Good to see you. Glad you're still in here. I was out dealing with Lyme's disease nonsense and and we just got to talking, man. And as we're just talking, he brought up having done 75 hard. I'm like, yeah, I'm a big fan of that and that whole world of thinking and voices and trains of thought, attitudes, dispositions. I love it. And we're just sitting there talking, man, just chopping it up casually. He's in his 50s, dealing with Lyme's disease, getting back in the gym. And I'm like, man, I'll be 34 next week. And I'm like, we're talking on the same trip though, which means we've kind of broken down a few layers of the truth. I don't know how to say it. Broken down a few layers of the thing that kind of holds the truth within it, you know. And we were just fired up. So that was a killer. That was a killer interaction. Quickly, when I went back to do the rest of my leg exercises, I was doing them with a little bit more of a fire, a little bit more of a real thumos than I'd had before. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. That little bit matters, man. That little bit, that's when all these people talk about compound interest and just save a little bit of money. That's an energy thing. That's a principle thing, as far as I can tell, man. Little bits here, little bits here, little bits here, little bits here. That yields a whole lot later to no matter, like, to whatever end, to whatever endeavor, to whatever it is we're working on. I'm finding that to be true. But then on the other hand, it's like, man, I talk about Mondays all the time, man. I talk about it's just Monday, just hit it with energy. Don't matter how you feel. But I mean, I'm in one of those phases where I'm pretty sick of clocking in. I go through phases with my job at the burger joint of being completely okay with it and th- indifferent. It is what it is type of thing. Other times I'll have kind of a sense of pride where it's like, yeah, we're crushing. We're killing it. Like everyone's good. Everything's awesome. I don't love going to work, but I'll be like, yeah, all right, this is decent. This is cool. It was a good day. And I'd rather have good days than indifferent days. But then other days, I just got like this sense of dread where I'm like, dude, this is the last. This is the last thing I feel like doing today. Because for every instance in my life where I encounter somebody who is zeroed in and locked in on conquering and doing the thing that implies excellence and just staying focused on the mission, moving intentionally, moving deliberately. For every instance where I get to witness someone else doing that, which is really what I'm trying to do, all my endeavors are kind of hopefully shaping me into doing that. Then I'll have another endeavor where it's like, man, you cats are acting like children. And that stuff makes me initially I get like angry about it, but then that's its new thing to deal with, man. I don't like just existing angry over immature people's nonsense. because it turns into the blame game real quick. That turns into the blame game real quick. Oh no, well you did that, he did that, but he did, so I did it, but you know what I mean? And when I get irritated, I talk too quick. I'm very prone to just lashing out and just being reactive. I'm less reactive than I used to be, but I'm still reactive. So that's like something I got to be aware of. But I just don't feel like, so then what? So then I can feel a type of way the whole day I'm at work. And it's like, this is just, I don't know. I guess it's a necessary promotion of sorts without like going into details. No one cares. Nobody cares about like inner workings of dramas in a burger shop, but it's like I'm just trying to hold this thing together. I'm the boss. I'm trying to just steer the ship. I don't need to be dealing with silliness, which tells me I shouldn't really participate in the silliness. And there's been plenty of times where I've participated in the silliness and just unnecessarily. And that sets a bad precedent. So, such is life. Such is steering the ship. You got to deal with. You just got to deal with what's in front of you. I don't feel like going to work, man. If I had my way, I would take a much longer walk and just get some miles under my feet and just kind of really keep that machinery like focused, man. I love the relationship. Walking's like the coolest thing, and there's nothing to it. I'm not into running. People who run love to run. I'm just not into it. I don't know how to do it really well. I feel like an idiot. I need to get over that, but as it stands, it's like, man, it's the easiest thing to do. You just have to like commit to doing it. It just takes some time because you can't really walk. I want to hurry up and get this walk done. Good luck. Good luck. If you want to go walk for 45 minutes or an hour, that's exactly what it's going to take. And whatever you do within that is what you do within that. But there's a cool phenomenon there because it's like the 12 bar blues. There's a form. I got my 45-minute, 60-minute little bit of just casual, steady exercise. I'm throwing that weighted vest back on because I need to drop a few pounds and get back to my prime physique and then get past that and get better and better and better and better. So I'm throwing that on, and it's like, well, I don't know what I'll be thinking about while I'm out there. I don't know what maybe I'll put an earbud in and listen to something. Maybe I'll unlock a download from the ethereal. It'll just come right to me. I'm not too sure, but I love it. If I had my ideal way, then I could just come back and immediately go to the gym and, not have to know that by the time my session is done, there's something else that I got to go do. But, there's always going to be something else you got to go do. So maybe I'm just pondering a foolish thing in the first place. Maybe I just want more control over all of it. Maybe I just want a more fruitful garden that I could live within, that I could defend from the outsiders who come to mess up your brain, who come to get in there and twist a little thing and then set you off down on a spiral. That's what I think about. And that's important Monday stuff. It's not even like the feelings don't matter. And I've said this many, many times. Don't matter how you feel. Don't matter how you feel. Feelings are unimportant. I think the more and more I think about it, the more I kind of get down to the nuances within it. As I write more, I've been writing a lot. My goals right now, the way I want to live, I want to just kind of do build my brand, so to speak, in the morning. And that means being the person who does the things that I talk about. B, that means coming out, sharing a little bit with the world Monday, Wednesday, Friday on YouTube, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, or Sunday or whatever on Instagram at Heavy Blues Metal. So there's little projects here and there. It's sustainable. It's a good pace. Something I can enjoy doing. Something I would do that I could do that I would do. I got to do what I got to do during the day, make that money, do my job, hold the line of my duty, my obligations. Not having kids, I don't get to celebrate Father's Day. I don't got no kids. I'm not married. So it's like, what else am I really doing? I filled all that time. That vacuum was filled for my whole life with getting messed up and drinking and getting high and doing nothing, But all that years of doing nothing, I wasn't really doing nothing. It's just now that I'm sober and in my 30s, shit, I got to make up for lost times, dude. So at night, I just be working on the assets, and that means music, that means writing, that means setting up my business stuff, and I've accomplished a lot. And it doesn't really, to say it doesn't matter how you feel isn't quite true, which is it runs contrary to a lot of the refrains that I hear that I kind of have internalized in a lot of ways. Because if you're just if you're, man, if you, when you're feeling like dark, when you're feeling like really, really off and just negative and just miserable, and that spiral is powerful, you know, when you're feeling that, but telling yourself it doesn't matter how I feel, when literally all that matters in those messed up moments is the feeling that's pervasive, you know, it doesn't work. The more accurate mechanism, as I find it, is to just demote your feeling. You feel how you feel, how you feel, how you feel, whatever. Could be good, could be bad. Both of which, taken to their extremes, are not good. They're not helpful. But I'm not moderate. I don't have moderation in me. Um, I tend to be one way or the other towards an extreme. So the new practice for me is demoting feeling. Making sure it's just not the governing principle. The governing principle of how you operate can't be any type of emotion. It's better to be excited than dreading, for sure. It's better to be high than low, typically speaking. It's better to be eager than fearful, but none of those can be your governing principle. None of those can be your sole equipment for whatever it is you're dealing with. I think this stuff's interesting, man. I think this stuff's interesting. I talk very often about, doing the things, the one saying I really like is reps in the dark. All the stuff you do that no one really sees, that no one can really clap for, that's it's not glamorous. It's not there's a certain type of grit to it, you know. If I'm committed to even something like getting X amount of steps every day, but say it comes to be, 11:30 at night and I didn't get them, and I'm trying to wake up early the next morning. Like I said, you can't rush those steps. You got to just do them, and that's something that you kind of have to suffer for. You kind of have to suffer through. You kind of, it's all individual stuff. And that's what makes the difference. One small choice, one small decision versus a small inaction and indecision. That seems to be the game. And most of the things that are indications of success that I've experienced in the past couple of years since I quit drinking, it's been the product of those, repeated consistently. And if I'm governed by my emotions, the tyranny of moods, if I'm under the boot of my sensational thinking, you just can't operate that way, man. And that's important to think about on a Monday. In my estimation, that's important to think about on a Monday because we all dislike Monday, especially now that it's summertime. We all want to go to the beach. We all want to go do things, and it's hot out, and blah blah blah. Yeah, you feel how you feel, man. Feelings tell us things. You know, I have to correct my feelings don't matter. That's a popular semi pseudo truism that maybe many of us have internalized too much. They just can't govern you. You can't be owned. You can't let your feelings own you. So I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm just talking to myself out here. Maybe I'm just speaking to the void. And if I'm talking to the void, in my view, that means I'm talking to two people simultaneously. Those two people are nobody and everybody. So welcome to it. Be Hannas. BS with Be Hannas, my internal monologue, live on YouTube, unscripted, just ripping. Happy Monday, y'all. Thanks for hanging out. I'm going to get out of here. The bench press is calling me, and I need to answer that call. BS with Behind is live on YouTube. Thank you guys for chilling. Happy Monday. You can find this live on YouTube at BS with Behind us. Goes out to Apple Podcast, Spotify Podcast, so on and so forth. I got another music YouTube channel at Nikki Behind Music. There's some live footage, some guitar jam backing track videos, which are a lot of fun to do. I need to do more of them. I just haven't had time, y'all. I haven't made the time, rather. That's a more accurate way to say it. But there's a bunch of stuff out there. Pretty ripping, pretty cool. If you like the show, subscribe to the channel, follow me, comment, tell me if I stink, tell me my sunglasses are dumb, tell me I need to grow some hair, whatever. Do it or don't. That's all good. If you want to support the show, there's links beneath to do so. I'm on Instagram at Heavy Blues Metal. Main My main website, NikkiBehannas.com. Music's on there. You want to hear the studio music, NikkiBehannas.bandcamp.com. Nikki Behannas on all streaming services. You want some threads, some heavy blues metal merch. You like the message, you want to rep the message, go ahead and get you some threads, dude, some t-shirts and hoodies and tank tops, whatever. Heavybluesmetal.com. Yeah, that's what I got, man. Happy Monday. One love. Keep it real. I'm out. Peace.